All right, friends, how's it going today? Today is the first day of what my wife and I have been calling fuck around and find out. Because we've seen it on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, pretty much every social media platform. And we're trying to get this whole process moving and grooving. And right now we're running into problems just like anybody does when they're starting something new. So today, that's exactly what we're doing. We are going to fuck around and find out. Welcome to our first live stream of many. I was supposed to get to the gym earlier and get things cleaned up so that I wasn't doing it right now. And I did get it earlier. And as I was setting things up, ran into a few problems. Things weren't working like I wanted them to. So we're doing the best that we can with what we have. Because imperfect action is better than no action at all. Excuse me. So today, this is our first episode of our Athlete Prime Baseline Conditioning. Over the next 8 weeks, we are going to be previewing our Athlete Prime series, which is created for the corporate gym structure, for the serious individual who wants to get into the gym, get the job done, and get out because they value their time. Our programs are created for the large corporate gyms, your 24 Hour Fitness, your Gold's Gym, your Crunch, anywhere that you have, barbells, dumbbells, kettlebells, some turf, a little bit of turf, okay? Some place to move. A lot of the newer gyms that are popping up right now, LA Fitness. LA Fitness doesn't necessarily have turf all the time, but that doesn't mean you can't apply these routines to any LA Fitness. So we're going to turn on some tunes. We're going to get started with our warm-up right now. Our warm-up is going to be a traveling lunge with a rotation to our lead leg, followed by a stationary lateral lunge, followed by an alternating toe touch. And as I'm moving around and grooving today, we'll be talking about what these movements are supposed to be doing for us. Our baseline conditioning program as a whole is pretty much the beginning of the year for myself. It's the program that I come back to every year from January to March, beginning of January, end of March. And what that does, it returns me to a baseline conditioning program, aerobic baseline conditioning, and allows me to increase my aerobic metabolism without having to step on any specific cardiovascular equipment for long periods of time. And it just takes the weight way down, allows my central nervous system, my muscular system, my joints to kind of reset and feel better, allow me to figure out what's working and what's not so that I can apply all the necessary tools to the body as the following programs throughout the year come into play. But until then, we're going to turn on some tunes, we're going to get rocking and get rolling. Like even as that is right now, much better. Now you can see the entire gym, and it's much nicer looking. All right, so we're gonna get started with this. You're gonna watch me walk away. For those of you who have followed our Instagram channel, JL Performance, you may have seen these exercises before. For those of you who don't, one, I'm sorry that you probably can't hear me as well as I'd like you to because I'm walking away from you and I don't have a lapel mic right now. Okay? Which is one of the things we'll be picking up in the near future because audio is just as important, if not more important, than our video. Okay? Now these movements that we're going to go through today, they're not really difficult. Okay? They're fairly comfortable in nature. Oh, you know what? You've got to watch. You've got to start the watch. Otherwise, did the workout even really happen? There we go. No, that's not what I want. Get used to these new headphones. That's better. Okay. Stationary lateral lunge. So we're just going to hinge. Our baseline conditioning program is where I like to start myself and all of our clients as they get familiar with the jail performance style of training. I've been working on it over the last 2 years, really since COVID started. COVID came around, and I realized there was a huge hole in the market for personal training, and I needed an opportunity to continue to grow the business and provide service to people that I can't touch on anymore because the gym's closed or the individuals didn't return to the gym. Okay, we're going to lay down, some alternating toe touches. Train aerobic is the delivery method, or the method of delivery that we'll be using to deliver our Athlete Prime program. And although there is no link in the description below currently, there will be one by the end of today. Okay. That's one round. We have 2 more. Now, a lot of people believe that you have to come into the gym and crush yourself into the ground, okay, lifting heavy weights as fast as you can, and that's just not true. This program is going to get those of you who are interested familiar with the movements and methods that we use at Jail Performance to increase cardiovascular health, which is what our baseline series primarily focuses on. Okay, both low intensity and long duration. And by long duration, I mean 10, maybe 15 minutes max, with some short duration from time to time. But the primary focus is to build a fundamental baseline of system-wide and localized endurance. Okay, what I mean by that is system-wide is the lungs, the heart. They can keep up with the demand. You can carry on a conversation with your friend, much like I'm doing right now with all of you, as opposed to being out of breath and having to catch my breath momentarily to carry on our conversation. The aerobic baseline, or general physical preparedness, you'll hear that referred to as GPP, or general physical preparedness, from time to time, is the fundamental program that all the other programs for jail performance are built on. If we don't have a strong aerobic baseline, we're not going to function well in the more difficult programs. Now, when I say localized, I mean by making sure that our legs or our arms can function comfortably for a period of time when specificity is applied. And what I mean by specificity is that if I go out and I can run a half marathon, let's say I can run a 10K. Okay, I can go out and run a 10K. I have good cardio, okay? But that's not localized muscular endurance. Okay? Localized muscular endurance becomes important when you have good cardiovascular health and you need to apply that to a specialized event, like right now the DECA series from Spartan, the DECA Strong, the DECA Fit, and the DECA Mile, okay, or High Rocks. Those are some of the events that I'll be training for this year. coming up in 2024, because I used to do a lot of obstacle course racing, and the Spartan races and the Tough Mudder races were some of the things that I really enjoyed. But I don't want to go out in mud and dirt as much anymore. I don't want to have to travel long distances. I'd rather drive short distance to a gym, do a workout that's going to take me anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes long, feel good about what I trained for, how well I performed, and then go back to the drawing board and try to do it again. Okay? But doing the different exercises, the reverse lunges, the box hops, the ski erg, the bike, the rower, those things require specialized local muscular endurance, not just system-wide muscular endurance. And that's what our aerobic baseline program, or our baseline conditioning program, is going to help us do, is to develop a system-wide, primarily with some emphasis on localized muscular endurance. Okay, last round for our warm-up. Okay, our lunge with rotation is going to open up our hips, get our core working, take our body through some rotation, because we don't function in our transverse plane, rotational plane, enough. Okay. And I like this because it doesn't require a deep lunge where most people have pain or discomfort in the knees. It teaches balance, teaches coordination, and it teaches us how to load the system in a specific fashion. For instance, when I rotate back, I rotate into the lead hip, okay, and then as I come together and I propel myself, okay, I drive off my hip and my leg as opposed to picking up my leg and stopping during a run. Okay, from here we go into our fixed base lateral lunge. Okay, load, okay. But again, I'm keeping my hip, my knee, and my ankle stacked on top of each other, so that I'm not loading up my knee. I'm not leaning to the side and removing the base of support from my knee. I'm hinging into an athletic position, like I'm going to change direction. Okay? For my clients, our clients who have foot issues and can't do, or I shouldn't say can't, have a difficult time, a painful time, okay, picking their feet up and going from side to side, this gives us a nice base of support, okay, teaches good movement patterns, and allows them to build confidence with the lift. Now, periodically, you're going to see me disappear. Hopefully, I won't lose connection. And if I do, I know better next time to write the workout on a whiteboard and then just show you the freaking whiteboard instead. Okay, last one is our alternating toe touch. Okay, get my core warmed up on the front side for shortening as opposed to lengthening with the rotation. Dynamic stretch of hamstrings. Gets my core working. Good. Okay, and that's our warm-up. All right, good. Things are flowing along. Let's get some water. Got my Ghost Greens in here today. Usually I have something that's got a little bit of caffeine in it, but at this time of the day, because I'm up so early, I'm up at 4 a.m. to get ready to be here by 5 a.m. Caffeine, not something that I want to drink. I don't want to be up too late. So I've got my Ghost Greens in here. They're refreshing. They've got vitamins and minerals in them that I don't get enough of through my day-to-day because I don't eat a ton of vegetables, although I probably should eat more. I'm working on it, But they're tasty, they're refreshing. Okay, now comes the tricky part. There we go. Now we've got a leg press machine here. Okay. And today is going to be the first time that I attempt to use this leg press machine. So this should be fun. Now our baseline conditioning program, okay, we use the RPE scale, or an intensity scale. A scale of 1 to 10, 1 being I'm not even doing anything, I'm not trying very hard at all, and 10 being, oh my God, I'm crushing myself into the ground with a 1 repetition max, and I'm trying to do 10 reps. Okay, our baseline conditioning program shoots for a 5 to 7 on our RPE scale, intensity scale. And what that means is we don't want to lift heavy weights. We don't want to lift weights so heavy that we can't continue to move from set to set without resting, because the goal is to not rest, okay? Cardio, okay? In layman's terms, getting on the treadmill, the elliptical machine, the stair mill, and walking for long periods of time at a low intensity, that's the oxidative energy system. That's aerobic metabolism, okay? We are working to maintain an aerobic metabolism while using weights as opposed to being on a piece of cardio equipment. Okay? Because cardio, for me, when I talk with my clients, cardio is about heart health. Okay? The cardiopulmonary system, the hearts and the lungs. Okay? That's cardio. What most people are doing is attempting to use the low intensity, long duration aerobic metabolism to shed body fat. Okay? But we teach our clients to do that without using the piece of equipment, the cardio equipment, if they don't have to. Let me grab some dumbbells. I'll be right back. All right. So we're going to play with this leg press that I've never used before and see how it feels. We're going to keep the weight pretty comfortable. Okay. And probably won't get very, see, I'm not going to get very deep with it. Go take it for a ride. Yeah, see, I can't. Let's see if I put my feet up here. That's not bad. One more. Good. And what we'll do is we'll slowly add some weight to that, okay, as we continue to progress. So let's add another 35 on each side as we get comfortable with it. Now the position of my feet are not ideal, which is why I'm not going as heavy as I typically would on a leg press that I would find in your typical corporate gym. Okay, second movement is our push press. So we're going to open up the feet just a little bit to what I typically tell my clients is an athletic position. We're going to sit into the hips, push, push, push. So the legs are being used in both lifts, okay? A big range of motion, the first one, a shorter range of motion with the second one, but we're focusing on a good strong contraction. Okay. On both lifts. Now the goal here is 4 sets with no rest. So I had better make sure that I'm using a weight that's appropriate here, that I can go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth without any rest. Okay, so let's get the feet up on the platform again. Okay. Can't push through my toes, but that's okay. At least I'm getting a pretty decent range of motion. Idea. Let's bring that down to a safer position. Now this is a pretty cool leg press machine, and I'll show you why here when we finish up. Okay, let's get our dumbbells. Let's keep hustling. We're going to get a profile shot this time. Okay, so you can see what the hip mechanics look like. Elbows are down, okay? I'm not pulling the dumbbells up using my arms, my shoulders. The large muscles of my back, okay, are holding the weight up. So I dip and drive, dip and drive, dip and drive. Okay, strong core, squeeze at the top. Weight in my heels. Nice. And because this is working the way it is, I'm just going to leave the weight right where it's at. Now, if you're enjoying the stream, you can't hang out for the whole time. Make sure to subscribe, turn on the bell if you want to. Otherwise, catch the streams, follow our Instagram page for updates and stream times, and come hang out, ask questions. That's what we're here for. Now right now I've only got 70 pounds total on the sled, plus whatever the sled weighs. So let's say it's like 180 pounds maybe, which for me really isn't a whole lot. But again, I'm not going to load the sled up because it doesn't work the way I want it to. So rather than load it up and potentially injure myself, I go with what works and rock it. Now with our shoulder press, okay, our shoulder press works our shoulders, okay, but our shoulders do more of stabilizing the movement, okay, as the movement happens, as opposed to initiating the movement. Okay, the movement is initiated with our triceps. Anytime the arm extends, straightens out, that's a tricep exercise. Okay, anytime the arm does this, it's tricep. Anytime the arm does this, bicep. When I row, my biceps are working. When I press, my triceps are working. So a lot of times where the mistake happens with an overhead press is people go to press and they're using their shoulders. Their shoulder does this instead of this, okay? Arm finishes in line with my ear. Okay? If I lift my shoulder, I can't get in line with my ear. Okay? Got to make sure that my shoulder sits back and down. And even now, I need some work on that. That's one of the things I'm already aware of that I'm trying to spruce up as we come into the end of the year. Got to remember not to do that. Okay? Now I'm only supposed to do 4 sets here, but I'm actually going to do 5 so I can increase the total load. Normally, I would have 2 to 4 45-pound plates on here. And because I don't have the 245, that level of weight, in order to create that same level of stimulus, I do an extra set. Okay? Okay, as we squat, we're going to initiate the movement, okay, or the squat, by shifting the hips back, okay? So I'm not bending the knees forward. Hips go back. Drive with their hips. Drive with the hips. One more. Nice. Okay, let's sit down in the chair. Let's wipe my face off real quickly. All right, let's get the last set. Okay, last one. Oops. Did better that time? Repetitions. Instead of doing 12 repetitions, or 8 repetitions, I did 12 repetitions. Okay? One more time. Okay, we're gonna finish off this one. Okay, from the back. All right, let's put our dumbbells away. We'll have to pause again. Probably gonna lose connection, unfortunately, because I don't know what's next on the routine. I wish I knew how to get that done. Awesome. All right, got a little bit, let's get a little bit of water. Check on my heart rate. Heart rate's 132 beats per minute. I burned 220 calories in almost 24 minutes right now. I try to shoot for 100 calories for every 10 minutes. When I'm training, sometimes I get more, sometimes I get less, okay? So we have dumbbell sumo deadlift, followed by body weight step-ups. Since I'm going body weight, we're gonna use a taller box, make it a little more challenging. Let's see where we sit with the distance from the camera for this one. Let's get a little closer. There we go. All right, sweet. All right, we're gonna do one other thing real quick. Sorry to leave y'all hanging. Gonna go to the JL Performance YouTube channel. All right, looking good. I like it. Audio's coming through fairly clear. Awesome. Let's turn our music back on. Now, dumbbells, kettlebells, just depends on what you like to use. I'm going to demonstrate with dumbbells today. Okay, let's go. We're going to go 35. Okay, we're supposed to grab 8 repetitions here. Right, now our sumo is a wider stance. I don't practice like the really wide sumo with my feet turned out to crazy 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. More like a 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock. But the sumo is really great for developing adductor strength and glute max, glute med strength. Okay, so we're going to bring the dumbbells down in the middle. Okay. We got 12 reps. Nice. Set those down. Okay, we got wide weight step ups, 8 on each leg. I do 8 on one side, then 8 on the other. Now these boxes are a little softer than I'd like them to be, but you work with what you have. Okay, now remember, the goal of this program is not to move fast, but is to move steadily. So if you get moving so fast that you find yourself out of breath, you're defeating the purpose of the program. I just close my move ring. Yep. All right. I'm chewing my gum still. Nice. Okay. This time we'll get more of a profile shot with the sumo deadlift. Okay. So we're not giving you a cross shot. Okay, hips back. Know what's heavy for me? Heavy should be relative. What's heavy for you may not be heavy for me, and vice versa. So we want to make sure that we're not comparing ourselves to the other people at the gym. Okay? We're comparing ourselves to what we did last time, we did yesterday. At the very minimum, our focus, our goal, should be to maintain a level of strength and endurance that allows us to go about our life and enjoy it. That's what our Athlete Prime programs are all about. Instead of going into the gym and just getting bodybuilder strong, okay, bodybuilder type shape, okay, we're going to train you to move like a human athlete. Not that bodybuilders aren't athletes. Their sport is extremely challenging, requires a level of discipline most people do not possess. Okay? I know I don't possess the level of discipline to go to that extreme. But I can appreciate the shit out of it. Okay? Let's open up our stance. Keep on hustling. And the goal is to just keep moving. Okay, like Dory, okay, on Finding Nemo. Instead of just keep swimming, just keep moving. Okay? Think marathon. All right? This isn't a 100-yard dash. We're not trying to beat Usain Bolt. Okay? We are trying to finish the race, though. And we're trying to finish the race without falling flat on our face at the end. We want to come across the finish line, okay? See our friends and family, have a beer, have a burger or pizza, or whatever it is that you enjoy eating to celebrate, and call it a day. Be like, all right, what's next? Now, step-ups are one of the most challenging movements most of us don't practice enough of. Okay. Step-ups really take your breath away. And they're pretty basic. And we need them. Step-ups are done every day. Step up a curb, walk up your stairs. Okay? Getting up into your truck. Those are all step-ups. Okay? Last set. Breathe. Breathe. Okay, now in case you're wondering, on my push presses, I had 25-pound dumbbells. I try to use 25 to 50 pound, 50 to 70 pounds, okay, total in our aerobic baseline. The reason that is, most of us, okay, we don't wear body armor, okay? We don't wear protective gear that keeps us from burning alive or melting when we go on a call out. But our police officer, our law enforcement, our correctional officers, okay, our firefighters, they do. So I train myself to meet a standard that is set by those individuals. Because I never know, especially in this day and age, when I'm going to be called upon to protect somebody or save somebody. And I had better be in the level of shape that I need to be at 46 years old to do that. Not too bad. Okay, looking good. Heart rate's at 153 beats per minute. I've been able to maintain a conversation with all of you. Okay, and unfortunately, okay, I'm going to have to, you're going to lose me for a second again while I look to see. Actually, I think we're going to go on this side. So you can see the other two lifts that go along with it. All right, we're looking pretty good though. Other than me having to go to the other stage. We don't have to worry about it. We're not sweating this too much. All right, so what's happening? What's happening? All right, that's what happened. Okay. And the lag is fairly short, which is nice. Awesome. All right, let's close that screen out. Nope, let's close that screen out, please. Okay. Go back to my... Let's see, I need random there, though. Shuffle. Nope. No. Ooh, that's a good one, but no. 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 Ooh, that's a good one. That's the other thing I need to do is I need to make sure to include, oh, there we go. They want effects. Okay, let's get our 25-pound dumbbells again. We've got some ground up overhead. Okay. Again, we want a difficulty that's gonna hit a 7. Okay. So we've got three movements in this circuit right here. Let's go 110. Okay. I forgot what the repetitions were, but I'm pretty sure it was 10 to 15 because I have three movements in this one. So let's go 10 repetitions, which means 110 is probably going to be a little on the light side, but hey, that's okay. We're not looking to go crazy and heavy. That feels really good, actually. This is always one of my favorite exercises. This is one that I use with a lot of my clients to get their grip strength, their leg, a feel for the legs, the tension, building tension in the legs, and to strengthen their back for deadlifts. Okay, and now we're going to ground to overhead, 10 reps. So we're going to take our push press and our sumo deadlift, and we're going to put them together in pretty much one movement now. Okay, so we're going to go here, up. Nice. Okay, and then we have a dumbbell hollow hold. So what that looks like, I'm going to show you my butt. Now the hollow hold sounds pretty easy, but it's not. Okay, we're going to take our dumbbell, hold our legs out in front. And hill for 6 breaths. Whew. Now, the taller you are, the harder that lift is, because your lever arms, your legs, and your arms make it a challenge to hold that center mass in place and keep that core tight. But if you can do it, you can do it well. The hollow hold, weighted or unweighted, is a huge piece to master that has a lot of carryover into pull-ups, pull-downs, deadlifts, squats, a lot of really big compound lifts. So it may look like nothing, you're just holding yourself there, but trust me, it's not easy. Let's get another 10. Okay, let's get another ground overhead. Real quickly, let's see here. I don't really like, I'm on the other side of the bench there. Let's do this for this next one. That's better. Let's move this other bench out of the way. We're not using it right now. Okay, get a better view here. All right, 6 breaths again. Looking good. Let's turn the camera over here. Round 3 or 4 coming up. How are we doing on time? Looking good. Okay. Now, if I wasn't talking to the camera and moving around, setting things up, I'd probably be about 30 minutes deep right now. That's the other thing to get you in and out in 60 minutes or less. Now, if you take the time to sit around and rest longer than the prescribed rest periods, that's on you. Or if you talk with your friends, which I commonly do, and it takes me a little bit longer, go Raiders, boo Rams. No, I'm just kidding. All right, 10 reps. All right. We don't need to move fast. We just need to move. I did 10 breaths that time. Okay. Oh, did I hear the beep beep? Nope. All right, one more round. Last round here. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be it for the workout. So you see, the workout doesn't take up a lot of, the other thing that's nice about these routines, they don't take up a lot of space. They don't require you to use 8 pieces of equipment at the same time, running around like a chicken with your neck cut off. Okay. The footprint in the gym is small. Okay. And your workload is appropriate. Let's use the towel real quick. Okay, last set of 10 here. All right, one more time in the hollow hold. Whew. All right. We're at 51 minutes stream length. We reconnected? All right, we're reconnected. All right. And that's aerobic baseline. All right, that was cardio. Okay? That was being on the treadmill for 46 minutes and 31 seconds. Okay? I burned 403 active calories, 515 total calories. My average heart rate was 128 beats per minute. Okay? And I didn't step foot on a single piece of cardio equipment. Okay? This is aerobic conditioning. This is the essence of the Athlete Prime Baseline Conditioning Program. Now, none of these lifts were hard because they're not supposed to be. They're not supposed to challenge the muscular system excessively. They're supposed to challenge our aerobic threshold while moving weights comfortably. I was able to carry on a conversation with all of you throughout the entire workout for 46 minutes and 30 seconds. That means I maintained the appropriate level of intensity. The talk test is what it's called. That I could breathe, work, and have a conversation with you. If at any time I had to break because I was out of breath, the weight that I chose was too hard. Now the tough part is finding that happy medium with how heavy the weight can be and how heavy the weight needs to be. Now the weight can be heavy, but it doesn't need to be heavy. It needs to be that 5, 6, 7 out of 10 as far as our difficulty goes. Now I had more juice in my legs at the end of the routine today, during the whole routine today really, because our leg press was less challenging than it typically is. So for me, I'll have to find something next time that allows me a fuller range of motion, like a goblet squat, which is a little more difficult. Maybe a front rack goblet squat or a heavy single kettlebell or dumbbell goblet squat. Dumbbell. Yeah, dumbbell would probably be the most appropriate because it mimics the position that I have to hold the dumbbells in for my push press also. Okay, so dumbbell goblet squat, gonna hold the dumbbell like this, okay, squat deep, come back up. I need a heavier weight so I can sit more upright. But I will probably do that next time because the leg press, actually now that I know how the leg press works for me, I might try with a little heavier weight next time and see how it feels. See if I can mimic the same level of exertion that I would get working out at the corporate gyms. But if you're still here at the end of the stream and you enjoyed what we have talked about today, okay, it wasn't it was our first one, so it wasn't as ironed out and as complete as I would like it to be, but it's a work in progress, just like we are. So if you had a good time today, if you took away some a bit of information that you didn't know today, please hit the subscribe button, throw us a like, share it with your friends, comment below what you'd like to see next time. I mean, it's going to be the workout, it's going to be the routine. If you'd like to know what the routine is going to be for the day, follow our Instagram page at JL Performance. That's JLPER, the number 4, MANCE, okay? Or our Facebook page. That way you can tune in for the episodes that you're really interested in and just come back and check the stream later or the Instagram or Facebook page to catch the important stuff, the cool bits and clips that made up today's stream as a whole. But until next time, stay strong, stay disciplined. I'm out.